Before I came here, I'd done approximately 6 years in the correction field in Alaska. I had a fairly sick father at the time. We weren't sure he was going to make it, and came down here to visit, and turned out he was in a lot worse condition than I thought. So uprooted my family, came down here, and this was one of the more professional departments, so I applied with them and ended up getting the job. I guess I'm technically a second generation. My father was in the military. Growing up, seeing him, being in the law enforcement field, gave me warm feelings and maybe a route towards him. I mean, it is funny that he just kind of raised me kind of in the direction of that, whether or not I wanted to or not, but it turned out all to be well. So, you know, the feeling of working behind bars for about 6 years just got to me. I mean, they say, you know, there's psychological effect working behind bars, working with people that you're to treat nicely, but you know they're wrong. I wanted to be out and helping people. Like I knew I wanted to get into the law enforcement career, which got me in the door at the correction, but I wanted to be actually out and helping people. You know, the first week was a mess. I mean, I had anywhere from, you know, telling people to stop digging through the trash to catching a bird at a convenience store. I mean, it's a wild ride. You know, you get, you know, like I said, wide variety of calls. You could be going to a bank robbery, which I think happened in my first week too. I mean, it's a wild ride. You can either enjoy it or find out that you're not meant for it. This is definitely a family. You got to be accepted into it, and when you are, you're in. Well, I can tell you, the guys I work with, I mean, they will be there for you 24/7. And on the road, there's no better group of guys to come help you, back you up. You know, if you're kind of leaning in the wrong direction, they'll steer you the right way. You know, the intense stress of working the road, you're by yourself in a car, you're back up maybe, you know, 2 to 3 minutes away. But working here, they'll be there for you. And you know that's a good feeling that you got such good backup behind you. For my old job in corrections, there wasn't much lateral or, you know, vertical promotions. There were very limited areas and very limited spots. So coming here, I can see the avenues, and I can see that if I worked hard enough, I could probably achieve it. It's just whether or not you want it bad enough, I think. Making the community feel safer is probably one of the best things that I can do as a policeman, but I mean, for me personally, I like to, you know, people think of their big bus, you know, their big arrests, and I think of it in times that I've been able to help people. You know, the things that I would like to remember more, like, you know, the lady I pulled off the bridge, the kid I, you know, was in the old diapers, you know, hiding in the back where dad's nowhere to be around. Or a gentleman that wasn't too smart broke his girl's window out and then ended up slicing his leg open, and I put a tourniquet on. Now, those are things that I like to remember, because there's some darker things you got to work through in the police line of work, and that's how I do it. I try to, I guess in my mind, balance the bad things I've seen with the good things I've done. You come here, you're going to come to work, I can tell you that. Also, you're going to work, you're going to gain experience, you're going to learn knowledge, you're going to get competent with the field of work. So if you know, go off down the road, maybe let's say you want to work for a smaller department, it's too high paced for you. Well, you're going to know pretty much everything they need to do in a smaller department. Oh yeah, I'll be here for a while. I mean, like I said, high pace, but I mean, as long as the body holds out, I'll try.